How and welcome. I am Fabian and this is the last episode of Working on Outcast, A New Beginning. Today I'm going to talk about a unique feature that came together in the last year of production of the game. It's about the background audio for Talan Live and the reaction of Talans to the player. This system lets you experience their emotions through a nice system of animations combined with audio voice lines. Many talented people at Appeal Studios and our audio partner Demute work together to bring the native language of the Talans to life, and without both their dedication it would not have been possible to accomplish. So for one last time, follow me through the Daoker and enter the world and creation of Outcast, A New Beginning.
Vata maim hikukamon, kazayod ka kanon, remba togai minai, katayod ka dolotai.
Did you understand what you just witnessed? No? That's no surprise to me because everything was in Agazork, the fictional language of the Talans in Outcast, A New Beginning. But the cool thing is that every single word, every sentence did carry meaning and could be theoretically be translated into English. But what's also cool is that you don't really have to understand every single word because you get the emotion and the meaning of the scene without understanding the actual lines just by being there and witnessing the scene. These voice lines don't feature subtitles in the game because they're background flavor after all and you don't need to understand them specifically. But for your entertainment only, I'm going to add some subtitles to this video so you have a better understanding of what's actually been spoken in those background scenes.
Mai tratta boxo kanun. Mai ava minai nola si magwe. Mai tratta so kanun. Sotapo. Koyo vanat sotato da. Ama ava zeta. Natsnur kanunda class.
There are many of these small interactions in the game to enrich the world and show more of Talan daily life. These scenes also depend on your current status in the game. So for example, if you help a village with certain tasks, if you help to free a village from the invaders, then you will see new scenes being available. You will see changes in the game world, changes in this village, and that will be reflected in the daily life of those Talans. So you will really make an impact in the game's world and in the life of those Talan citizens. But let's start at the beginning. If you look back at Outcast 1, you can also find some Agazork voice lines and reactions to the player in that game, but unfortunately there were only a couple of them.
Low level energy source detected.
If you dig deep into the audio files of Outcast 1, you can find some unused Agazork material. So I believe at one point it was envisioned as a bigger part of the first game, but for one reason or another didn't make it into the final cut of the game. I was always fascinated by the Talan language and wanted to expand its use in the sequel. So those background scenes, those reactions to Cutter seemed like the perfect opportunity to realize my vision. As early as 2019, I proposed to add some single words, some one-liners, maybe for greetings or for merchants shouting to the game in Agazork language as a callback to Outcast 1. At first nothing really came of it, but in 2022 and early 2023, me and others in the team realized there was still something missing in the villages. I mean, they looked gorgeous and the musical score of Lenny Moore was amazing, but something else was missing there to truly make them feel alive. Together with Cyril Wagner, our technical director, I pitched the idea once again to add Agazork voice lines to the game. I'm super thankful to Cyril for supporting my idea from the beginning. He's a super nice guy and a deep fan of Outcast 1 just like me. In 2023, the programmers at Appeal added a lot of new reactions to the Talan citizens. So now they had different moods, could be afraid, happy or curious or angry, and those offered perfect opportunities to add voice lines to all these new animations being added to the game.
kojo vukaza. Nelap kota josijat mar.
Unfortunately, recording sessions for our professional actors were long done, so we couldn't bring them back to the studio once again. So at first it was discussed that maybe I should do the voice lines myself, record them at home and send them over to Appeal. But in the end we decided that the quality would not have been good enough if I record them at home, and also it would have been quite repetitive if just one person would act all the scenes alone. This is where our great audio partner Demute stepped in and offered to record all these lines in their studio with their own team members. So in the end, 5 of their team acted all the scenes, did all the reactions in Agazork in their own studio. Of course, they were not used to speak native Agazork themselves, so they needed a teacher. This is where I stepped in once again and recorded all the voice lines myself as a pronunciation guideline for them. Kar hasankra, seda refadnekar, kota yodvagamai, kota neogae. So in the end we went a little wild and wanted to do it properly. So what started as a couple of sentences became over 300 texts in Agazork. Some single words, some one-liners, and some scenes with multiple sentences and multiple actors.
Jattame yogana. Zort yohakanun. Zort kanun.
I recorded all these 300 texts to record demos for Demute, and then they used their actors in the studio to produce over 1,200 Agazork audio files. So let that sink in. 1,200 Agazork voice lines for the background of the game. This guarantees enough variations that the player won't be annoyed by too much repetition, and it gives a level of realism and authenticity to the Talan villages I never dreamed of before.
Joprinta, Darusham Palana Hanetai, Kies, my Nisijaksa, my Nikanun, my Leptayo, Darusham Hameba, Zort, Kaza, Labda. Aniki, Maivanat Harot, Labda, Yohagvor, Zort.
I am simply blown away by the quality and quantity of what we were able to produce for Outcast: A New Beginning. I am very confident that few, if any, games out there offer this amount of audio files in a fictional language in their universe. That is really the dedication we gave to Outcast: A New Beginning and this game's world. I am very thankful to everyone involved who gave his and her best to accomplish this vision, as it was not an easy task to do. A special shout out to the team of Demute, who became among the first humans to fluently speak Agazork. The final version of this feature went far beyond what I ever expected to be able to include in the game. So again, I'm super thankful to all the people at Appeal Studios and Demute for making this dream come true. It was our combined passion to really bring the talents to life. And when you play the game for yourself, I hope you really appreciate all the small details and effort we put into the making of this game. So if you want to know what's exactly been spoken in the background of the game, there's only one way to go. You have to study Agazork and immerse yourself as a true Talan. For the German-speaking community, I still offer the Sprache der Talana language lessons on my website. So this is it for this moon. I really hope you enjoyed it, cause this was the last part of this series. I hope you have a fantastic time playing Outcast: A New Beginning. If you like what I'm doing, please consider liking and sharing this video. May the odds save us all. Maya Afa.
Dolotai kezokar, bileako gandahar, todarfe bar sankra, Lepta me jod ganda, Varta koi me gvar, Lapta ulu kaya far, Oga ekez Adelpha, Kata me jod ganda,